Good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are. It's me again, Jen. Hello! And it is Thursday. It is the 22nd of October. We are just barely a week away-ish from Halloween, which is super exciting. And we are reading today with the Patch Tarot deck, which is a tarot deck that is created and distributed by the Spirit Science people. And they are really cool. They've got some really interesting videos on YouTube. Check them out. And I don't know, I think they're fun and interesting and heady, but not too much, I guess. Either way, these are really vibrant, beautiful cards, and I am excited to see which one we pull today. So, without further ado, let's see what we have for our Thursday card. That is pretty. That is a very pretty card. This is the Princess of Swords. So no page and no knights in this deck. They are princes and princesses. As far as I can tell, the princess are representative of the page. So if you were to kind of go one for one on it, it would be the princess is the page, the knight is now the prince, and the king and queen remain the same. So that's really cool. I love the hair on this character. If you look back far enough in my history of hairstyles, you will find my hair was at one point this color. So I got a little special feeling about this one. I like that she's got like this little crown on, which denotes her as a princess. But the coolest thing about it is this sword is like creating earth through its like strike of the ground. It's sort of like I'm going to birth the world from this, which is really cool because I think it absolutely fits what the page or princess of swords really represents. Now let's see what symbols we got down here. We have an inverted triangle with a line through it and a upright triangle with a line through it, which I'm actually not sure offhand what those represent. I want to say that they are earth and fire, but please don't quote me on that. If somebody else knows, please let me know. On the top, we have creativity and wasteful, or sorry, creative and wasteful. I think that's a really good explanation for this card. So the creative energy that is the sword striking the universe, shall we say, and creating life and creating something new and explosive and interesting is definitely the energy of this card. Whereas obviously if you have all these ideas but you're not putting them into action, that would be wasting talent, wasting energy, wasting time, all of those things. So I really like this. I really like creative and wasteful as the words for this card. So I do like that her hair is kind of rainbow colored, and not just because I like rainbow colored hair. It is also because I feel like it does kind of speak to that energy of creativity, light waves fragmented and prisming out and becoming something new and exciting, and the rainbows and the possibilities that are imbued in that. If you look, it's almost like the earth is covered in this grid, which I think is really cool because obviously my book that I just recently put out, I don't talk about my book very often on here, and I should talk about it more, but my book Cloud to Cloud that I recently put out is about the grid in the earth kind of thing. So I dig that, and to me that's super creative because again it ties back to a creative project that I did. I'm not sure how I feel about kind of the purple radiating waves that are coming in on this. Those almost look scary, kind of spooky, kind of destructive. So that might be the other way I would talk about this card. So typically the Page of Swords is that creative energy, that great outlook on life, the ability to ask why and not really stop asking why and keep pushing forward and doing all these wonderful things and using your ideas and bringing your projects to completion and all of these beautiful things. Whereas on the flip side, not only can it be wasteful, where you're just like, yeah, I've got this great idea, and then you never do anything with it. It's like you've always got the great idea, good for you, but everybody knows you're not gonna follow through on it. And again, NaNoWriMo is next month, and I tell a lot of people with uh, with respect to they've always wanted to write a book. Well, here you go. No more excuses. Write your book. It doesn't have to be good. It doesn't have to be perfect the first time. Put it to page and see what happens. And yet they will still let it pass by and they'll still dilly dally about it and they will never write that book. And I think about all the things that I've seen published. You know, write the book. Trust me, you're not going to be nearly as bad as some of the stuff that's out there. Will not name names. So the other side of this is destructive in the sense of using your ideas kind of in a manipulative, wicked sort of way, or to bring other people's ideas down. Or we hear a lot about people trolling people on the internet and stuff like that. I'm not a fan of that. If you've got to call names to knock other people down to build yourself up, that is not creative. That is not good. If you can say, hey, I'm really good at this and I see you're good at it too, maybe we can work together or we can build each other up, or I'll share your stuff if you share mine. That's awesome. But when I see people with really great ideas just condemning other people's great ideas constantly, I feel like they're just being destructive. They're just being petty, really. So that's one other way that I can look at this card when it comes up in a reading is not just like, oh, you're just dallying about or whatever. It is actually destructive, some of your ideas and things that you're putting out there in the world. So I think really the energy of this card is to use your powers for good. As we can see with this princess who has this sword of the universe kind of thing, this masters of the universe thing going on, and she's in this wonderful kind of yoga like pose too, funneling all her energy, really focusing, and she's using that power to create, to build something new. And if she overdoes it, obviously she can destroy what she's created. But for the most part, really the idea to look at this card and go, I can use my powers for good. I can build a better world with the stuff that I do. So I guess that's kind of the advice for this Thursday as we go into the weekend. We've got one more card that we'll read tomorrow. But as you kind of creep towards the weekend, really use your powers for good. Do something creative. Do something beautiful. Even if it is just like beautifying your home or, doing the dishes or keeping something clean or whatever that might be, or just create art for art's sake. That's what this kind of is as well. So I think this is a really pretty card, probably one of the prettier ones that we've drawn. And I think it's an awesome day. It is a good day. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. Bye.